Hi, everybody. Diane at Healing Bodies, Healing Souls. And right now, what my goal is to make you focus on yourself, not focus on what's going on in the world or what's going on in your state, your county, your neighborhood, but what's going on with you. That's where you have the power to influence and change. We get, because of the media on a lot of levels, so focused on everything so far away from us that we actually lose focus of ourselves. And things that are so far away from us, in truth, most times we don't have the ability to change that, but you can 100% change yourself from negative to positive. And when you start to change yourself from negative to positive, you start focusing on yourself and your own story and getting your own act together, then you'll actually notice that the world is much safer. Now, I believe all of you know that I have retreats in El Dorado, California. So right now I'm in El Dorado, not necessarily in the Bay Area at this moment. And we're surrounded by a lot of fires. And if you look at the media, I feel like it's half a mile away, but in truth, it's miles away from me. And I don't need to have an alert. I don't need to have a concern. I want to relax as long as I can relax. And then and when something happens, I'll have the energy, I'll have the focus, I'll have the mindset. I'll be able to problem solve it so much easier and then have an action. So many people worry about things and it never really shows up. A lot of people, possibly you, overreact, become dramatic, become so self-focused on what's happening that you lose yourself. Now, I've been doing this for so many years. I want to stay up and going. I want to stay in charge. I want to stay focused. I want to be real. And then when I'm that way, anything that happens, I can roll through it and stand up. That's what I want to be. I don't want to just fall down and then have to have somebody help me when I don't need the help. I actually got bit by a dog a couple of days ago. Not the dog's fault, not my fault, but it happened. I took a couple deep breaths. I stayed focused. They took care of the dog, so that was fine. And I took care of myself. And I didn't overreact. I didn't become dramatic. I didn't lose it. And that's how I want to live, no matter what shows up. A dog biting me, get focused, get control. What's going on? Find truth. I'm going to be okay. Well, if you're going to be okay, then stay okay. And everybody else is freaking out around me. And I'm like, I'm okay. And I want to show it to you. It's a pretty icky looking, it almost looks like a tattoo. And it's probably about 3-4 days old. But you see that so many people find little things to be traumatized over. They'll get overly dramatic, and then you lose yourself. And then you create more intensity, more excitement on a negative side. I stayed cool, I stayed calm, I stayed collective. I wasn't going to the emergency. I went to a girlfriend, had her look at it. She said, yeah, get a tetanus shot. And I'm like, damn it. Went and got a tetanus shot because I asked for her professional opinion, and her professional opinion said you need a tetanus shot. And if I'm going to ask somebody that I value, then I'm going to take her suggestions. And I stayed cool, I stayed calm, I stayed collected. I drove myself there, of course, duh. And so that's how I want you to live, because your kids are watching, your significant others are watching. And that's just life showing up. And once you really show up for yourself and stay showing up for yourself, I'll tell you, you'll be powerful. I don't lose focus. I want to find truth. And yeah, it's a pretty bad looking owie. But it hasn't slowed me down whatsoever. And I want to teach you this. I want you to feel empowered. I want you to feel that you can actually take a couple deep breaths and do you right, no matter what shows up. Years ago, I forgot about this story. Years ago, I was on the freeway and a drug driver coming the wrong way. I totaled out a brand new Ford F-150 extra cab. And the police and the firemen kept looking at me, are you okay? Are you sure you're okay? And I'm like, yeah, the truck can be replaced. Not worried about that. I'm not hurt. Go help others. And then try to get me out. It's a beautiful way to live. And there's so many people, for maybe even a paper cut, just lose it. And so many people that lose it, they just fucking lose it over everything. And they're hard to get out of a hole when they throw themselves into a hole. So if you're the type that likes to be dramatic, if you're the type that can't handle what life shows you and you fall apart, well, I'd drop what you're doing, give me a call and work on that, because it sure the hell ain't pretty for yourself to go through, for your body to go through. I instantly told my body, I'm 100% okay. This is nothing. I've had to clean it and wash it and bandage it, of course, but I'm 100% fine. I'm flat out 100% fine. And my body's hearing that. And my body will, as it is right now, be 100% fine, because my mental game is that strong. And when you start to build, create a strong mind, you're unstoppable. And I want to help you if you need help becoming a stronger you, for yourself, for the people around you, and for this world. So reach out, free consultations. If you worked with me before, I have some specials. If you haven't worked with me before, it is time to show up and grow up and be a strong version of yourself. The world needs you to be that, and not somebody that just falls apart over a little dog bite. So thank you.